Hello, District 68. Welcome to our YouTube channel and welcome to our member spotlight. I am here with Miss Hazel I'm totally going to butcher this name. MasCarenhas. I did that before so well, and please, feel free to correct me, Miss District Director. But I am joined by Hazel, and she is not only our current district director, but she is also a DTM, and she has completed a CC and an ACLP in the Legacy program, and she has her DTM in motivational strategies and visionary communication on pathways. And she is part of the Kenner Toastmasters Club that meets every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. So welcome, Miss District Director. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Christy. Glad to be with you.
Did I pronounce the name correct when I try to say it the first time? Your last name?
I don't blame you. It's a complicated last name. It's MasCarenhas.
MasCarenhas. Okay. People do the same thing with my last name, which is Killelea. People butcher that all the time. So I give them a lot of grace, and you seem to be doing the same with me. So thank you for that. So we'll get started with the question that I love to ask everyone who is a part of Toastmasters. What's your original reason to join Toastmasters?
Well, it's an interesting story, Christy, and it really speaks to the global nature of Toastmasters. In 2016, when we moved to the United States after 20 years in Dubai, I'd left behind family and friends who were Toastmasters. And like every good Toastmaster, they would always invite me to their meetings. So I'd never had an opportunity to take up that invitation. But when I got here, I Googled Toastmasters and I found Kenner Toastmasters. That was the club nearest to where I lived at the time. So I submitted a contact request and almost immediately got an email to come check out the club. What impressed me so much at that very first meeting was that the members were so friendly, so articulate, so supportive. They had all the skills that I wanted to acquire, and I wanted to be like them. I knew immediately that I wanted to be a part of this group because I would learn so much from them. And so I joined at that very first meeting, and I've never looked back.
That's fantastic. Yes, I was also impressed by all the same things when I first joined Toastmasters. Today, what is your reason for continuing to be a Toastmasters other than the obvious job that you have now as our district director?
Well, you've probably heard this a lot before, but it's worth repeating because it's 100% true. I've gained so much in Toastmasters that I want to pay it forward. I want to give back to this organization that has helped me so much. The skills that I've gained have been incredibly valuable to me, not just in job interviews, but also family interactions. And as a bonus, I've met some of the most generous, kindest leaders in Toastmasters. Everyone is so supportive, and they go that extra mile to make sure that they're giving me all the support that I need. So in my opinion, the world would be a better place if we could teach the world how to speak and lead like Toastmasters.
Yeah, absolutely. We learn such valuable skills and continue to improve upon these communication, leadership, and public speaking skills for sure.
Absolutely.
What aspect of Toastmasters surprised you after joining?
So like I mentioned earlier, I had heard about Toastmasters prior to my joining the Kenner Toastmasters group in 2017. The basic idea I had about Toastmasters was that it was a place that helps you develop communication skills. What I did not know was that communication and leadership skills go hand in hand. One is not effective without the other, because communication and leadership are two sides of the same coin. Every role that I've taken, whether it's at the club level or the district level, has challenged me to become a better version of myself. And I give thanks that I learn something new every single day.
Yeah. Definitely would agree with that, for sure. Always learning something new in Toastmasters. Tell us about a time when you utilized something you gained from Toastmasters in your professional or personal life.
Looking back now, 2020 seems like a long time ago. Do you remember that time when the world was shut down? We were all confined to our homes. We could not travel. That period of my life hit me really hard because that meant I could not go visit my family outside the United States. But thanks to the skills that I had acquired in Zoom technology, because as you know, Toastmasters pivoted to Zoom meetings totally in 2020. So because of the skills that I'd acquired using Zoom in Toastmasters, I was able to connect with my family and teach some of them how to do the same. I didn't know this at the time, but because of that ability to connect and stay connected, it literally saved my brother's life, and I'm very thankful for that.
That's really special. How have you changed since you joined Toastmasters, and can you give us an example?
In my previous life, I lacked confidence to voice my opinions. There was this feeling I had that I couldn't disagree without an argument, but in giving speech evaluations over a period of time and receiving feedback, I learned how to respectfully communicate areas for improvement. And I credit Toastmasters for this ability to learn and to practice the art of positive feedback. Because if you think about it, the more positive you are, the better you're able to get your point across and get people to do things for you.
Absolutely. 100% agree with that. Yeah, that's so true. And you gotta be very articulate, and it really helps.
Right.
How has serving in leadership roles in Toastmasters benefited you, either personally or professionally?
I found it to be immensely rewarding, and I learn from it every single day. Every team dynamic is different. As you can imagine, dealing with diverse groups of people has its own challenges. With some people, I connect instantly, and I have that rapport. And with others, I have to change my approach and ways of communicating, just so I can help them to see the bigger picture.
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful for the people who believe in me, and I'm motivated by those who don't. It has been a really great learning experience that has set me up for success for the rest of my leadership journey. I don't expect my journey will end with serving in this role, but I expect it to continue in my professional life as well. And Toastmasters, I'm confident, will give me the skills to go out into the world and be a good leader.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. We definitely have to adjust our communication with different people in different walks of life and different ways they communicate versus way we communicate. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's been a great learning curve, and thanks to Toastmasters and the program they've developed, which is so structured, it
Yes,
definitely helps you gain those skills.
absolutely. What would you tell a person who is on the fence about joining Toastmasters?
You never know how your story can impact someone else. Once I heard a speech about overcoming mental challenges that really resonated with me. I took that to heart, and it helped me overcome my self-imposed barriers and gave me the courage to go out and talk to people. So every encounter we have in a Toastmasters club or in a Toastmasters meeting, it gives us a chance to make a difference that we may not know now. We may find out years later or may never even find out about it. But I would argue that we should start every day knowing that we have a chance today to make an impact on another person. Not everybody has that opportunity, but I would argue that's more than an opportunity, it's a responsibility. Toastmasters gives us a platform to exercise that responsibility. And making a difference in the life of another person is a responsibility. So let's not take that lightly. Let's not ignore it. And let's take the words of our founder, Ralph Smedley, to heart. He said, let's share with others the benefits that we have gained for ourselves.
And this is why we are in Toastmasters. Like everything you said, you spoke that so so well, and what you said just really resonates with me and hopefully the people who are out there listening. So this is always my follow-up question
Okay.
with Toastmasters and people who are like, oh, Toastmasters. No, what would you say to someone who doesn't want to join Toastmasters because they are afraid of public speaking, which, as we know, is like 99% maybe of the general public population?
I've heard it said, in fact, Glenn mentioned yesterday, people would rather call the IRS to their door than go and speak in public. But really, it's all about facing your fear. What are you afraid of? And maybe public speaking is not your thing, but everybody needs to communicate in one form or fashion or another. And the more effective you are in communicating, the better success you will have. So everybody should try it at least once in their life. If you don't like it, it's up to you. But just give it a shot.
There's this quote you've told me before that I have become a really big fan of. I think a man called George Addair, I believe. Would you like to
Probably,
share
yeah.
that with us?
Yeah, it goes something like this, like everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. So take up the challenge, embrace the challenge, and go for it. Go Toastmasters.
Exactly. Well, we have some exciting events coming up. So is there anything else that you want to plug and talk about as we conclude this interview?
Of course, we have a district council meeting coming up where we get the opportunity to elect the next leadership team for the coming year. We have a district conference coming up, which is going to be an exciting time. We get to hear great motivational speakers. We get to watch the best of the best compete in the contest, and we get to network with our fellow Toastmasters and non-Toastmasters. Just have a good time.
Yes, absolutely. Definitely looking forward to it. May 3rd and 4th
Mhm.
in La Paz, Louisiana. And all of that information is on our district website at d68tm.org.
And thank you for the fantastic work you're doing as PR manager, Chisty. I can't wait to see the TV interview sometime later this month.
Oh, yes. So I am grateful because we got a morning segment with WGNO with Wild Bill Wood, who is a 24-time Emmy Award winner, actually. Yeah, for his featured reporting. And that's very exciting that he w- saw something in Toastmasters because he's taught public speaking in the past. And I think that's kind of what interested him in Toastmasters and doing a story about us as Toastmasters. So you will see a few select District 68 Toastmasters you may recognize, including me, on the segment. Uh, and upcoming at the end of by the end of the month, and I'm hoping to get an update about the air date soon. And Glenn was also in that, who's our club growth director this year. It was very exciting. He has a little spot on there where Bill's kind of on his shoulder. I'm really excited to see it all come out. It's very exciting to be able to film that and just get some great exposure for the district and get people to know, what is this District 68 Toastmasters? What is this? And then
What
hopefully
is
people will want to come
Toastmasters?
to our conference.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so much fun, Chisty. Thank you for doing that. I
Yeah,
can't I can't wait to see it.
I know. Me too. Me too. I'm excited to see how it all came out. I think it's going to be a great little piece. And I mean, if it airs at 7 in the morning, well, I guess I will be getting up early. So because it could air at any time, between I think around 7 and 9. I'm not quite sure. I have to look up when Good Morning New Orleans airs, because I believe that's the program that we're gonna have District 68 on. So I'm very
So,
excited about.
are they on Facebook? Will it be live streamed on Facebook or something?
I'm not quite sure, but I will find out.
Okay.
So, and I will find out. And I will post all the information, of course, on our social medias, and then our newsletter
Mhm.
that hopefully most people are subscribed to, because that is how we get out the majority of our communication in the district, is through the newsletter, because not everyone's on social media. So,
Right. Again, fantastic job you're doing, Chisty, keeping up with all of our social media and getting the word out to the district. Great
yes.
job.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's been an honor to serve with you and the other core leaders and everyone else who's in our district leadership team this past Toastmasters year. It has been a challenging one, but I believe we will be reaping some rewards for our hard work and our hard efforts. And I look forward to us all celebrating together at the district conference on May 3rd and 4th.
Definitely. You learn every time you in Toastmasters from every little thing, every little situation that you're in. It's a
Yeah.
great learning experience.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching this video and listening. And we hope to see you May 3rd and 4th at the district conference.
Good night, Chisty. Thank you
Good night.
so much.